Welcome back to the show all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship. So great conversation there, and I'm thrilled to continue an exciting show with the founder and CEO of Intentionally Inspirational, Jason Wright. Jason, thanks so much for joining us on the air.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
It's awesome to have you. So, Jason, you are an expert in everything automated marketing. So, I'm curious. I love to get to know the person behind the audio over here. You're an author, entrepreneur, consultant, and digital marketing architect. But you have a passion for helping other startups. So, you must have a story yourself. How did you get into this world of automated marketing?
Completely by accident, to be honest with you. So like many people about 5 years ago, I was in a job in corporate America, and I just decided I don't want to do this anymore, right? I want control over my time. I don't want to dance to the beat of somebody else's drum. So I quit very, very quickly without a good plan and failed and fell on pretty rough times. And eventually had to go back to corporate America and continue to work on making money online, kind of on the side. And I was actually doing blogging and writing at the time. And I realized that, if I get my message in front of more people, I might be able to make a bigger impact. And I was encouraging people to quit their 9 to 5 and start their own business, but I hadn't done so successfully myself. So kind of funny looking back. But as I started figuring out how to get my message out there better, I started realizing that other people were looking for marketing in the very same way that I had just learned it for myself. So at first it was an opportunity to make a little money. Then I started to realize that, hey, kind of within the niche I'm falling into, there's kind of a steady demand here. There might be something here. So it was all by mistake, but it's been a good mistake and a good experience so far.
Yeah, I'd say so myself. So tell us about Intentionally Inspirational. You have a team, and you are, like you said, helping other businesses in a couple of different areas. So for folks that are not familiar in automated marketing, walk us through what you guys do.
Yeah, so basically we help entrepreneurs and small businesses with their sales funnel, right? It's basically the customer journey. Once people discover you or your brand and they get on your email list, what happens next? And we help people kind of grow their list, build those relationships and increase engagement and ultimately make more sales. So we can help people come up with a strategy in a language they actually understand, right? No fancy marketing, mumbo jumbo. And then we can help them actually build and execute that as well. So for a lot of people, it's like, okay, hey, what happens if somebody reaches out to you? Or what happens if somebody discovers your brand? What's next, right? So we start walking through that process. And then what I teach is, hey, everything you do with marketing should help move people forward in the customer journey, right? The customer journey from figuring out who you are to making a purchase and then making repeated purchases, right? And even recruiting other people to make purchases with you as well. So it really never ends. But we help with all that.
Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. So very cool indeed. And you actually wrote a book, The Backwards Route to Forward Progress: 7 Solutions for Crushing Fear, Self-Doubt, and Limiting Beliefs. Yep. So that's a little off topic, but it certainly sounds a lot more connected to your journey. Tell us a little bit about the process of writing, and also perhaps that process of actually starting up a business, because it sounds like that's been fun, but probably challenging at times too.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if fun's the right word, but it's the hardest thing I've ever done, especially the way I did it, right? I tried to build something out of nothing in 2 months. I told my wife, hey, let's quit the job making $80,000 a year, and in 2 months, I'll have the income replaced. It's a horrible plan because it didn't work, right? It didn't happen. So I would always recommend to people, start with something on the side, make sure you can take care of your bills and your living expenses, because it's just an unnecessary risk if you don't. But I wrote that book when I was on this journey, and it's really a mindset and inspiration book, which does fit into the brand still. But it was, exactly where I was at the time, and it's still, relevant. It still makes sense because a lot of people struggle with that mindset thing, even if they're very successful. It's amazing. You think, oh, if people make millions of dollars a year, so they don't struggle with that. Not true at all. So it's definitely a mindset book, and starting a business is difficult, but it's very rewarding as well, right? My motivation has always been to control my time, no earning cap on my income. And then I didn't realize this, but the creative freedom part for me, very fulfilling, very important to me. And that's why I always felt dead in corporate America, because I had my creativity taken away. I couldn't own my process. So I have great clarity with that now, and it keeps me going.
And I always feel bad about asking people about failures, but you're actually remarkably just brutally honest about failure. You talk about leaving corporate America twice and failing on many businesses. So that's something that I think is important, especially for an entrepreneurial audience, to understand that it's okay to fail. So I want to dig in a little bit deeper over there, Jason. Again, chatting with Jason Wright, who wrote a book and started up a business. Automated marketing. We'll get back into that in just a moment. But what is the one takeaway that you would leave our entrepreneur listeners with on this program as the one thing that horrible mistake that you just hope and pray nobody else makes?
It's not going to be what you think, but it's a good question. I think you need to be failing regularly, right? The biggest mistake you cannot make is not to fail. So playing it safe and entrepreneurship do not go hand in hand. Okay. I'm not saying bet the farm. I'm not saying, if this doesn't work out, everybody's homeless and naked. Like, that's not a good plan, but you need to be not just sitting in your mind all the time. You need to be doing. And when you do, you either succeed or fail. And if you fail, you get data and you can tweak and try again. So you need to be failing regularly, and you need to be patient as well. Patience is not something that comes to me naturally, but in this world, when you get to a point where you can pay your bills regularly, you don't know what that timeline is going to be, right? It might be 2 months, probably not. It could be 6 months or 16 years, but that's not for you to decide. So you have to be very, very patient. And I guess one other thing I'll even tack on there is be very careful who you ask for advice. Okay. You don't want to ask your sibling or spouse or neighbor about entrepreneurship advice if they don't run their own business successfully. It just doesn't make any sense. So it's a bunch of advice all wrapped into one answer there.
I love it. And real quick, going back over to the marketing automation. So again, Jason Wright, CEO, founder of Intentionally Inspirational, a true inspiration yourself. You use a term a lot day to day about sales funnels, and sales funnels is a piece of marketing automation. And in your bio, you talk about having worked on 225 funnels. So to the ignorant listener, they're like, what the heck is this guy talking about? What is a sales funnel, and how does a very small business create them?
Yep. So sales funnel, I'll break down for you quickly in 3 parts, which everybody can understand. Part number 1 is the front end. Okay. That's your website, your landing page, your sales page, your cart pages, all the stuff that people see and interact with. Okay. Everybody kind of understands that. Part 2, nobody really understands. That's the back end. That's the foundation. That's where the magic happens. That's your email marketing, your marketing automation, text marketing, chat bots, et cetera, et cetera. And the final piece is the traffic, right? How do people find those websites? How do they find those landing pages? So that's the big 3 pieces of a sales funnel. For a small business, everybody knows I need a website. Everybody understands I need to get traffic, but that back end piece is the most important. So if you're not building your email list now, start focusing on it today, because it's the most important piece of all of this for current customers and future customers as well.
I love it. And that advice would ring true for both big businesses and small businesses?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's amazing how many small businesses that I work with that have 25, 30, 50 people, making great money, but they just have no concept of what I just said. It's like all you guys are doing is focusing on the first week you get a new lead. And then after that, nobody knows what happens to them. You guys are losing so much money.
Yeah, it's funny. Sometimes people think that that certain folks have it all figured out, and they are the most ignorant of all. And then there's the smallest companies that are actually doing things right. And certainly, you have helped many of them. So again, Jason Wright, founder, CEO of Intentionally Inspirational, and the author of the book, The Backwards Route to Forward Progress: 7 Solutions for Crushing Fear, Self-Doubt, and Limiting Beliefs. Lots of messages in there. How can people learn more about you? Download a copy of the book and get in touch with your amazing company.
Yep. So if they want to learn more about me or the company, intentionallyinspirational.com is the place to go. If you want to learn more about the book, you can check it out on Amazon.
Well, appreciate you coming on. Come back and inspire us again real soon. We are the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Great conversation there. Jason Wright, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And we are going to squeeze in a quick break, some headlines, pay the bills, and I'll be joined by Jeff Newcorn after this quick break. Excited to continue the conversation all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Get on my website, shalomklein.com. That's where you can download podcasts from the past 7+ years. Make sure you rate, review, and share. And you can also find my other podcast where I talk to veteran leaders on my show called We All Serve. We'll be back in just a moment.